Welcome everyone to the House of Dre's channel. I am your host, Dre himself, and on today we are taking a look at Dragon Ball hot takes that gets progressively hotter from 10% to 100%. If you disagree, guess what? You are a rage baiter. So make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're a rage baiter. That'll be great to know. We're gonna go through this little list that somebody made here on Facebook. This might be their stuff at the bottom. I don't know. We'll see what they're talking about. Let's see if they're cooking or not. Let's get it. Let's get it. At 10%, Dragon Ball Pete and Z. Super relies more on nostalgia than writing. Now, personally, I believe that I agree. Dragon Ball Z did peak in Dragon Ball did peak in Dragon Ball Z. Um, so much fun stuff going on mixed with the drama and action and stuff that does happen with the Saiyan Saga, Frieza arc, Androids, Cell, and Majin Buu. I think they all hit what you think you kind of want from Dragon Ball, quite honestly. And I think I don't think Super relies on nostalgia. I think it relies more on a here are the Z fighters. This is what we're thinking. Well, not even the Z fighters. Here is Goku and Vegeta going to the next level and kind of leaving everybody in dust behind. And then later on, especially in the manga, that's when they wanted to push a little bit more to Z fighters. But at the end of the day, I still feel like this is the Goku and Vegeta show more than anything. And everyone else is just a casualty to it, you know. I mean, it sucks. Super is all right. Not a fan, really. I'm not really a fan of Super at all. So, you got me halfway agreeing on that. Halfway agreeing on that. At 20%, GT Goku over Super Goku in personality and heart. Um, hmm. I do prefer GT Goku over Super Goku. I think uh, Dragon Ball Super Goku. I think they kind of nerf his intelligence. They kind of nerf him as a character. I think Super Goku kind of got nerfed heavily. I don't see why. I don't know why though. I always thought Goku was he was intelligent. I thought he was always a little bit of intelligent. Not saying like, of course, the in ring, in battle, he has intelligence. He kind of thinks faster on his feet. You know what I'm saying? He kind of makes decisions a little bit better than anything that he's normally do. And Super, it felt like the very opposite. It felt like they was relying more on jokes and stuff to make Goku seem dumb. But I was like, Goku's not that dumb. You know, he might be a little slow because he doesn't have like regular education or nothing like that. He doesn't have that, but he's not borderline like that unbearable dumb. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's right. I think that's right at all. I think GT. I think this for this hot take. I think this is just. I think they just enjoy GT more than Super, which I do agree. I do like GT more than Super, mainly because of the trying something. You know what I'm saying? But compared to the two characters, I think GT Goku was more. I think the reason why they're saying that is mainly because GT Goku also got turned back into a kid, and that gets you nostalgia from the original Dragon Ball series mixed in with the Dragon Ball Z stuff of this is Kid Goku again, but he still have Super Saiyan transformations. He's still very powerful. He's just a kid again. I think that's more than that. I think that's more than anything, in my personal opinion. So you can go 50-50 on that. You can go 50-50 on that. At 30%, Beerus is low-key overrated. Bro hasn't won a real fight on screen. So outside of destroying the Z fighters in general in his own arc, Beerus is not supposed to be into any fights. Quite honestly, he's just literally there for power scaling and character wise. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, here is Beerus. He is the strongest of this universe, and then everyone ranks underneath him. You know what I'm saying? Goku and Vegeta ranks underneath him, no matter how you want to see it, flip flop it or whatever. He's not supposed to be in real fights. It's kind of like Wiz. Wiz is not supposed to get involved with any. None of the angels are supposed to get involved with anything that goes on in the mortal round. And I think Beerus is kind of at that level too. I mean, at any point in time, they could switch Beerus into a real serious character where he turns around and decides he wants to just destroy everything because he's bored or something. It's not his nature because they made sure he was there for comedy relief. Just not only this comedy relief, but just like Yeah, I'm just here to eat. This this to have him do something. Outside of that, he's not supposed to do anything. He's supposed to just chill out like he's been doing. He did his job. Now he's just chilling with the best food that he's ever had. So I want to say he's overrated. He just kind of underrated a little bit. We should see more from him, but we never do. We never do. At 40%, Frieza has carried Dragon Ball Super's hype more than Goku. Yeah, I don't care for any of Frieza stuff at all. Never cared that he got returned, revived. Didn't care about him getting golden. Definitely doesn't care about him in the tournament of power, or the fact that now he's Frieza Black. I don't care for anything about Frieza. I think bringing Frieza back was lazy. I felt like him being involved with multiple arcs is also lazy, and I just do not care. Anything with Frieza, I just do not care about. Like I said, he peeped in my personal opinion at Dragon Ball Z, and I don't need to see him anymore than what I see him now. And the fact that I gotta keep seeing him, yeah, I'm good. Only that's just for a lot of fans to be like, oh yeah, Frieza again. I'm like, yeah, I don't care for that. I do not care for that. But I guess he does do the hype to an extent because it's like, oh yeah, Goku over Frieza Black, and now people use, oh yeah, Frieza Black. Well, he did this to Goku, which yeah, I don't care about Frieza at all. 0%. 50%. The Dragon Balls ruin tension. Death means nothing now. Um. It do. The Dragon Balls really has become underrated now. It really has become underrated. It was first introduced in the original Dragon Ball series, right? In the original Dragon Ball series, people had a reason why they wanted to grab the Dragon Balls. Bulma just to find a boyfriend, which is a choice. You had Pilaf Game wanting to world domination. Demon King Piccolo became immortal. Then you in Dragon Ball Z, they bringing back the cast members and stuff. Super really kind of pushed the Dragon Balls out of the way, quite honestly. They only used, I mean, we see the Dragon Balls, but it's not used enough, I guess. And every time they use it, it's for just cheap laughs or whatever, or it's like ridiculous things. Bulma getting her buff lifted. Wasn't that one of those buff lifted? I think, or reducing her age, just something crazy like that. You had that going on. You had Olaf back in the original Dragon Ball also asked for a woman's panties. That was a choice. You had Frieza. Frieza never got his wish. No, Frieza never did get his wish. But the, not really. People really don't use the Dragon Balls like that no more. Kind of like the Dragon Balls are used for a prop, but that's about it. They don't really use it cleverly. For a series like this, the Dragon Ball should be used more. I think the Dragon Ball, like the way they have it, there was like, oh yeah, like that one time where Obama was like, oh yeah, we started collecting the Dragon Balls again. But for what? Like, what else do you need? You know what I'm saying? It's at that point with the Dragon Balls. It's for the main cast. Like, we don't need this for absolutely anything. Bulma's rich. We can get money from her, and they got all this technology and stuff. We can get a lot of stuff from her. We don't need to be stronger. We're all the strongest beings in the freaking universe. One of the strongest, two of the strongest beings in the universe. What else do we really need? Quite honestly, it's not like they're using it for anything major, in my personal opinion. It's not like they're using it to bring back dead warriors or something from the past or something. It's not like they're using it for like a villain that's in iced in cage or something. Like, they're not using it. The Dragon Balls becomes underrated. I won't say it didn't ruin anything. It becomes underrated because there's so much ideas you can go with the Dragon Balls. And yeah, yeah. The death means nothing. I mean, you can argue that. At 60%, Gohan should have stayed the main character after Cell Saga. I agree. But if you guys not know this, during that time frame after that happened and stuff, it was the fans around Japan and stuff that was very upset that Goku died, and they rejected Gohan being the main character because I don't think he was planning on writing Majin Buu arc. I think the Cell Saga was supposed to, I remember the Frieza arc was supposed to be one and done. That was it. And then he did the Cell arc, and the Cell Saga was supposed to be done and over with too. And then he made the Majin Buu stuff. So it's like every time he had to push it and push it and push it, even though he didn't want to keep going, but he was forced to keep going. He should have been a main character, but he got nerfed. And then people cried about Goku not being the main character, so that's why Gohan kind of pretty much got nerfed in the series and then pushed to the side. And now we Gohan fans are like, yeah, yeah, we had it all. We wish we had it all, but now we have nothing. We have nothing. Every time, it sucks. But I agree. I definitely agree. 70%. Broly isn't stronger than Goku and Vegeta anymore. I don't know what that means. If you're going based off the manga arc, Gohan, Beast Gohan is the strongest character once again, the strongest non-fusion character once again. It goes him, it goes Broly, then it goes Goku. Now it goes Vegeta and then Goku because Vegeta beat Goku 1v1, no transformation. That no transformation. Broly is stronger than both of them. The way they've been hyping it up is Broly's potential is so much, it's so freaking much and so deep that once he control his Saiyan urges of being enraged and stuff, and he keeps everything under control, he's gonna be stronger than everybody involved. Even Gohan was surprised about how strong Broly was, even at that state was. He just knew that Broly was inexperienced to fight. So just imagine if Broly gets more training, more experience in fighting in general, he's going to be stronger than everybody in the cast. Whether or not they're going to keep him around, that's the real question. Because I don't think so. I think this is going to be a character they forget about, like normal. So, disagree to that one. Disagree. I'm a rage baiter. 80%. Super Saiyan 3 is one of the coolest but dumbest transformations ever made. Super Saiyan 3 transformation is so powerful that it used up too much stamina because of how much energy he has to use into the transformation. Now, if he get to transform to Super Saiyan 3, then pipe a Senso beam, then he will be literally one of the most strongest characters possible. He was on the same level as Mr. Gohan, if I'm not mistaken. But that would means logic, and this is just as anime. We don't use that many logic out of there. Yeah, I love the design of. I love 3. I love 3 design. Long hair, no eyebrows. A super serious face onto anybody who transformed into Super Saiyan 3. Well, besides Gotenks. Very serious look, especially for Goku. Just for Goku in general, he was just very serious. He went from the lab. He went from the normal version to like he's so ticked off and he's locked and loaded. I love that Super Saiyan 3 transformation for him. I don't think it's dumb though. I think it's cool. I think I still like it. I still like it. 90% Piccolo's character development over Vegeta's redemption arc. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, you can flip flop. You can flip flop. I think they both have very similar development together. Both start off as evil villains to Goku. Goku made a change in them to an extent, and then a bigger evil came through that forces them to team up with Goku and them because of everything. So that's how I see it. That's just me. You can go either or. It depends on who you are. If you're a Vegeta fan, you'll disagree. If you're a Piccolo fan, you'll agree. I'm in the middle. I'm cool with both of them. Shout out to the children in the background. That sucks. But yeah. And at 100%, Goten and Trunks peak way too early. They had Super Saiyan at 8 and never improved. 1000%. Now they did kind of fix it in the manga a little bit, but my pushback against this has always been that they should be what Teen Go like at their young age at this point at that young age before the little growth that they just took in the manga, that they should be on Teen Gohan's level. Not saying power wise, just on his thought process of being that strong. I'm really upset the fact that when I was watching Dragon Ball Z, looking back to it, Goten had a serious look in serious attitude whenever Boo killed his mom and ate his mom. He was so serious about getting rid of Boo, and Trunks was still kidding around, and they kind of pushed Goten back down to Trunks level instead of just rising Trunks level up there too. You had two kids that's knowing that the world needs them, and instead of them pushing them up to make them on that type of level, they try to push one up, but then brought the other one, and then brought him back down to the other guy's level. I didn't like that at all. They was saying that Trunks was stronger than Goten, but at that moment, I felt like Goten was stronger than Trunks, and Trunks just reverted back, and then they forced Goten revert back. That was I didn't like that at all. And then in the manga, whenever they got caught, when that superhero manga, the superhero arc, they got them teenage level, and I was like, they're still like I said, teenage level, man. They should I like at that time frame, they should be adult Gohan Super Saiyan 1 level at least Super Saiyan 1 level, or even Super Saiyan 2 level. They should be reaching those status and stuff as characters, but no, they never did. Yeah, I hated that they never improved. They were yeah, they had more. I think they probably had more potential than Gohan did, but they ruined it. They ruined him and let them peaked out. So yeah, I agree. I agree. Out of all of that, I think I agree with majority of everything, but not everything. Um, I guess I'm a rage baiter, man. I'm a rage baiter. It is what it is. But you guys make sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe to the video and to the channel itself. That'll be great for me. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Maybe we can find some more hot takes.